The title of this project is Traditional Oral Histories of Marshall Islands, which include atoll by atoll displays, sports and displays, and ceremonial of sheep, which tying of sheep. The Marshall Islands are divided into two parallel chains of atoll which extend northwest to southeast. They are called Radak chains or sunrise in the east and relic chains or sunset in the west. There are 29 atolls and 5 islands. The Marshall Island has flags which add wonderful color. The blue background of the flag of the Republic of Marshall Islands represents the vast area of the Pacific Ocean in which the Marshall Islands are scattered. The 24-point stars represent the 24 municipalities of the Republic. The 4 longer points in the star represent the capital of Metro and the 3 sub-centers of Ubai-Queensland, Chalois, and Wache. These points also form a cross signifying the importance of Christianity in the barrel scenes. The white represent Radak scenes and the orange represent relic scenes. The rays extend upward to signify the increase of growth and vitality in the nation and culture. The orange also represents bravery in the customary sense, while the white is an adopted color representing peace. So I will begin with the atoll by atoll displays, second sports scenes, and third sheep tying. So in the atoll by atoll displays, I underway displaying the traditional historical cultures and archaeological attributes each island and atoll holds. I'll explanation begin with Island Lavalab, Queensland, Chalois, Wijai, Ebon, and Ligat atolls. These 6 atolls hold so many lessons and traditionally known stories dating back to the beginning of life in the Marshall Islands. So I'll begin with Island Lavalab atolls. So I will begin with history of Island Lavalab, second story of Lingatangar, third the bollard, the fourth coconut tree, and fourth the needlefish and the hermit crab race. So history of Island Lavalab. Island Lavalab means very large lagoon. British Michigan man Britannia Captain Thomas Tennant discovered Island Lavalab in 1797 on September 20. Island Lavalab is the greatest atoll of the Marshall Islands. Traditional capital and seat of major Roosevelt permanent seat. Island Lavalab is nearly always the first or second highest producer of copra in the country, accounting for as much as 20 to 25% of the annual production for the entire nation. Number of people live in Island Lavalab is 1,959, making the most populated outer atoll in the Marshalls. The lagoon area is 289.69 square miles and total land area is 5.67 square miles. For more information, please refer to the Island Lavalab maps for more geographical information. So, story of Lingatangar. On Island Lavalab Atoll, there was a woman who had 11 sons. They stay on Waja, a particle of Island Lavalab Atoll. These boys grew older and looked out for each other very well and obeyed their mother, Lingatangar. When they became young men, they began to think that they should each build a canoe. When the canoes were finished, they decided together that they should arrive at east or say a race to the east and that the one who arrived there first would be the chief. These canoes did not have sails but were only paddling canoes. One day they took the canoes seaward to the ocean so that they should paddle and arrive at sea. Their mother came with a big bundle wrapped up with maids, and her sons were afraid to take their mothers abroad. She asked from his oldest son, Tumur, Tumur, my oldest son, take me with you. Tumur said to his mother, ride with Mejalip's canoe. When she asked Mejalip, he refused to take his mothers with him. She asked Labol, Sabe, Lamoijirigirik, si da lak Chamelgud, Loganbar, Labtenbar, and the last Chabro. None of them were willing to take their mother except Chabro. Because Chabro obeyed his mother, he won the race and became a first permanent chief of Island of Atoll. The two brothers, Chabro and Tumur, began to hate each other. Chelogomud, Loganbar, and Latenbar loved Chabro, so they went with him. But the other went to Tumur. Rumajirigirik and Sisita left did not know where to go because they were sorry for Tumur, but they were sorry for Chabro, and they stayed in the middle. When Chabro arrived at this, all the people and all the birds and fish honored him. Only the living things did not go to honor. A fish called Owl and a bird named Lay. Chabro reflected them and they suffered misfortune. Tumur and some men were angry and went away from Sabro in the winter time, and Lamoisirik and two young men went away from Sabro between winter and summer. Sabro and some young men went to the summer. Is that they thought of the people and everything are good. Island of Atoll is the first place in the marshland to have permanent ship. It is also a place where the first outdoor canoe sailing was invented. The story of the bowler, the first coconut tree. The greatest blessing was found. Story of the bowler, the first coconut. The great blessing was born from a woman. It grew from a living baby. The story took place on a village called Likaleo on the ocean side of Waza Island. Waza is on one of the partial islands of Island of Atoll. The name of this woman was Namagari, who had several children. Her first child name was Logom, looked much like other boys. But when her second child was born, all the people of the village came to see, for it was a very strange baby indeed. It was a coconut, small and green, and with a clever little face that had eyes, nose, and mouth, but still a coconut. The mother was pleased with her baby. She named him Tabola. The whole villager admired the little coconut baby, except her older brother, Logom. One day he told his mother to kill Tabola. The mother gave Tabola the best care. Tabola told his mother not to listen to Logom, since it was not yet time for him to die. After many days, Logom approached his mother asking her to kill Tabola. One day, Tabola said to his mother, the time has come for you to pray me under your window. He told his mother that he will be back and stay with her mother. He will become a tree. After some day later, a first coconut in the marshland grew on Waza Island. People from everywhere came to see this coconut. They call it Ning, which became the marshallese word for coconut. Today, there are many coconut trees in the marshland. They all came from the first coconut named Tabola. Coconut became one of the very useful trees for marshallese. Next, the needlefish and the hermit crab's race. There was a great race between the needlefish and the hermit crab. One day, this needlefish came to the crab as he was crawling on the beach along the shore of island Atoll. He told the hermit crab, I'll beat I bet I can beat you if we race. The crab said, what makes you so sure about that? The needlefish answered, well, from just the way I see you crawling along the shore, I am very positive I will beat you in a race if such race exists between us. The crab said, well, it seems that you have made your point and I am willing to take this race. If you insist that we should race and see who is the fastest, then I am willing to run the race with you. Then the needlefish said, okay, let's race tomorrow morning. The needlefish went home very happy, but the crab did not wait. As soon as the needlefish left, he contacted the closest hermit crab that was beside him and told him about what will be happening tomorrow morning. And if he heard anybody saying, hermit crab, where are you? The answer would be, here I am, right with you. The word passes this word all the way along the shore, notifying all the hermit crabs on the shore to say the same thing. The next morning, all the crabs were ready for the race, including the little crab. They all prepared for the race. When the sun started rising over the ocean, number of hermit crabs was at the starting point, and second after that, the needlefish was right there. They decided they wanted to start. Then they count 1, 2, 3, and go. Then they start. The needlefish jumped. He went very high into the air, then came down back into the water, then jumped again, and he had gone miles. He had put many miles between him and the hermit crabs. That was hermit crab number 1. So he began to call the hermit crab. Hermit crab, where are you? Hermit crab number 2 answered, here I am. The needlefish ran harder and showing some more and really made him run faster than ever. When he realized that he had run many miles, he called again to hermit crab. Hermit crab, where are you? The other crab on the shore answered, here I am. The needlefish ran more and more faster than ever before. The same things went on for the whole day until the evening. When they were reached the goal, the tip of the islands, when the needlefish reached the shore, hermit crab was already there. The hermit crab said, oh, you just arrived. Hey. The needlefish said, oh yes, but I came here before you. You must be cheated somehow. The crab said, every time you call for me of where I am, I answer you. The needlefish didn't listen to the hermit crab because he was dead. He lied from exhaustion. History of Porcelain Atoll. This is the largest atoll in the world, a fact that made it attractive to American missile testers based in Meet for a variety of long-range intercontinental plastics missile launched from California. It is contributed sus- sustainably to the development of missile defense system. Further, fact in history, during World War II, Queensland was the scene of bitter fighter, resulting in the battle death of thousands of Japanese combatants and many Americans. Queensland was the atoll which the first conduct presidency. In 1542, January 6, Spanish flagship and 5 other ships in the expedition under Rui Lopez on their westward crossing of the Pacific. Queensland Atoll was sighted by this captain. The lagoon area is 839.30 square miles and land area is 6.33 square miles. Total population live on Queensland is 10,902. Now, the stories explain of why Queensland has separated isolate. Queensland Atoll cover a vast area and is the largest atoll in the world. The isolates are separated apart and a person could not possibly see all the other isolates from one place. Also today many of the isolates are unpopulated, but in the base there are 8 people on them. Long ago, however, the isolates were very close together. Then a very beautiful woman appeared on Queensland. She came from nowhere. She was so beautiful that all of the landowners desired her. They were very greedy and jealous men. Since the islands were so close, a person could easily go from one to other place, and so no single Arab or landowner could completely possess the beautiful woman. The landowner or the Arab decided to move the island away from each other so that when the beautiful woman reappeared, they would not have to compete for each other. Today, they are so scattered that they are out of sight of each other. Today, if a bird flew completely around the coral reef of Queensland Atoll, it would see the result of the Arab's greed and jealousy. Evident the largest island of Queensland is far from the rest of the island and even close to La Atoll. Roy number is located far away toward Ligat Atoll, and Queensland Island cannot be seen from either Evident or Roy number. It is located just near to Namo Atoll. Chalwaj Atoll. I will talk about a history of Chalwaj Atoll and story of Anirep. So, history of Chalwaj. This atoll, which is subcenter for the Southern Marshalls, as the nation's only public high school outside of Metro. Before and during the Second World War, Chalwaj was Japanese administrative headquarters and home to thousands of Japanese who had come to colonize the islands. Some Japanese were born and raised on the atoll only to have their childhood or adulthood interrupted by the casualties of war. The steel reinforced concrete ramps into the lagoons on Image Island, north of Jawar, are reminder that this island was a major seaplane base during the World War II. Bunker used anti-aircraft guns and torpedo storage racks are among the Japanese World War II infrastructure that dot this island. Because the Japanese at the outbreak of World War I, Chalwaj was the German government's administrative and business center for Marshall Islands. The main island of Jawar has been the focus of active development efforts since late 1980s. A pirate cable, an ethylene fuel tanker, and large cargo ship was built in 1988. In addition, mobile oil micronation station on Jawar. Robert Primus Enterprise operates a storage on Jawar and a regular supply vessel service the atoll. The Marshall Energy Company has since 1994 operated the power plant on Jawar, bringing continuously and 24-hour electricity service to an island that was used to extend power outage. Today there are 1,669 people who live in Salwas. The lagoon area is 266 and 31 square miles. and the land area is 4.38 square miles. Salos or salos mean in the corner of the whole lagoon or lying opposite. So now I will talk about the story of Anirudh. How was it began? How was it began in the Marshall Islands? And Salos was the first atoll to play the Anirudh. The name of the young man was Lamanchirip. He made an apple, a small stuffed cube of plate pendant leaves. He threw it to women of Chalwich and taught them. In the beginning, they threw back and forth with their hands, and when they became accustomed to it, the Anirudh did not land on the ground, and they were very good at playing with it. Lamanchirip also saw that men should also play with their Anirudh. The men did not play with their hands, but they played with their feet. When the women and the men were better with their playing with the Anirudh, began to go watch their playing with their Anirudh. After some time, the daughter of the heroes began to go and play with the women. The women sang the song of Anirudh. Lamanchirip ejidan rabalakai Anirudh neju. Cholangan lichewo rabalakai ngan licheyo lichewo rabalakai in cholangan chugoyan chugo rabiji. Lamanchirip come it mean Lamanchirip come and kick up with the feet or hands. The Anirudh may child may Anirudh my Anirudh. Throw it to those girls over there, those girls over there, kick it and throw to those men over there. Those men kick and throw it to the Chugo. Chugo grab it. Chugo is the person outside the circle or player who has been chosen by the Leros to take the ball. When the Chugo took the Anirudh and ran with it, all the people will chase him. When they catch him, they will return to the place of Anirudh and play again. But if they cannot catch him, the Anirudh for that day will be over. The next day, when they were playing the Anirudh, a demon came and pretended to be a Chugo. When they threw the ball to Chugo, he turned and ran. The child of the chief chased him and brought back the ball. And the next day, they asked the girl to be the one to chase the Chugo. This time, the demon ran with the ball, and only the daughter of the chief was chasing the demon. He turned back and took the little girl with him. The demon was killed after the people were found out what the situation. Again, the Anirudh game began. Until today, few people are still playing Anirudh. It is one of the very attractive traditional games in the Marshall Islands. Now, Ebon Atoll, and I will talk about the history of Ebon Atoll, story of Inerid, the subway of beautiful and the war on Ebon. So, Ebon history, Ebon is the very beautiful, most southern atoll in the Marshall Islands, was the island that had the first permanent settlement of missionaries from the Boston Congregational Church in 1857. Ebon is consistently in the top 5 copra producing atolls in the Marshalls. Its location affords Ebon one of the highest annual rainfall of any atoll in the Republic, giving it large vegetation including a wealth of taro, bananas, papayas, and other fruit and vegetables. Ebon was the last inhabited atoll in the Marshall Islands to get a runway, allowing the air transportation to service weekly. The lagoon area of Avon is 40.6 9 square miles and the land area is 2.22 square miles. Total population of Avon is 902. The total number of households is 122. Story of Inere. The story is the story of Avon Atoll about a young man name was Inere who was his mother died. After her mother died, two women married his father. The two women did not take good care of him. His mother finished turning into a bird and returned to come to the young man to help him. Perhaps she was like a person, but she flew like a bird. The two of them, father and son, fished on the canoe. They had not yet pulled up the fish trap. Now the father jumped into the sea and refilled the fish trap. During the time his father was gone, disappeared to the sea, his mother appeared like a bird. She questioned the boy and said, Inerel, what kind of fish do you eat for your food? Now the boy said, we two, my father and I, Inerel, dive toward the fish trap, dive and go. Now he said, bones of one fish and the top part of two breadfruit. The boy said, and what else? He said, Allerigrid, the very small fish, or 1 inch long. His mother said, why don't you come and we to fly away? He said nervously, I am afraid of you because you are a demon. Now his mother came and pinched him with her two fingers and flew away. When his father came, he saw him crying and asked him why he's crying. The boy said, the fish bone, my foot, burst my hand. The father then said, those are not your fish, they belong to those women. It happened 3 days like this, never crying and his father then wondered. One day, they went out fishing. He told his son to stay on the boat while his father dived down. He jumped into the water and swam to the other side of the boat to watch his son. Suddenly, a bird mother came and asked him in Arab the same question. He pinched him and flew away. Inere began to cry. His father then knew that his mother is trying to take his son from him because he did not take good care of Inere. From that day on, the father began to take good care of his son. Inere approached him and his two stepmothers to ask them to make him a kite. Inere flew his kite to the other end of the island. The father knew that he was at the other end after the people of his island told him. He ran to his son, but the spirit mother turned herself into a human being and grabbed his son and jumped into the sand. The name of the island is Tagai. The story of this story is one of the most famous stories of Avon Atoll. It is one of the legendary stories on this atoll. So beautiful. Once upon a time, many years ago, there lived in a Chittagan a young woman named Isapui. As she grew up, her mother and father saw that she was more beautiful than anyone else on earth. Light seemed to shine from her. She was so shining that people could hardly bear to look at her. She was not only beautiful, but she had a strange and magical charm. The parents decided to build a little bamboo leaf house near the shore of Chittagan. Every evening she went to bed. When she bathed, everything around her shined in rosy color that changed the sea, the sky, and the earth. Today they are called sunset colors, but they came first from Lisapui. The news of this young beautiful girl went far and wide. An ugly man named Perlat lived on the island of Tagai, in the small atoll, thought that he could get her to be her beautiful wife. A man doesn't have to be handsome or young, he said. I'll just get together a big pile of presents and take them over. She'll like me at once when she see me. Perlap took the present to Lisakwe, the food, but she told her to leave the foods and not to come back again. Perlap shocked and felt dead. He turned into a rock. Today when you go to Chittoem at 4 miles east from Chittagong, you will see a large rock. This is Perlap. Lisakwe turned into a tree called Ping Ping. Lisakwe was a very beautiful young girl in the Marshall Island. Young women from Chittagong, Wado, at Atoll are also very beautiful. Today, Chittagong, Wado has a lot of food than Chitto and Wado because Porlap took the food to present them to the young girls. The War on Atoll. There was a war on ocean side of Rube Wado caused by a land dispute. This was the last war in Raleigh. It was between Jamalut clan, the heroes of Raleigh, and Langi, heroes of Raleigh also. The war started at KwaZulu Atoll and they fought southward and ended at the ocean side of Rube. Jamalut fled to Namo Atoll. They fought and Jamalut was killed. And Langi, Langi became heroes of Raleigh. The war was to see who would the heroes of Raleigh. Their mother was sister. The mother of Jamalut was senior. They were heroes of all of Raleigh before. The mother was heroes, Leros together. Jamalut's mother was Chilit and Langi's mother was Duadan Noor. Those two women found the heroes Bush or Lineage clan of Raleigh. The Chilean descendants are alive today, but they are Chittagong. They have lost their lands. They are like Kajor or commoner, because the war was lost by their ancestors. The Chilean is large shellfish or Changish cliplet, and it is found at the tip of the reef of Machagan Island at Namo Atoll. Usha Atoll. Usha Atoll. I will also explain about the history of Usai, story of Chowa, traditional stick dance who was first discovered there. Reason the Kabinmado people know navigation. So history of Usai is a woman, her name was Little Malu. Her clan was Rukwasanen. She lived in Kabinmado. Kabinmado is located as Usai, Lai, and Moto. Kabinmado means bottom of the ocean or western atoll. Western atoll. Now the chief came and took her from Kabinmado and took her to Chalwis Atoll and put her on an island named Pinglet. And the chief gave her 4 places: land holding, for her home, 3 land parcel and 1 island. The name of the island was Alat, north of Pinglet. Dharmalu was perhaps 20 years old. No. After a few days, 3 men appeared. These men came up with a sail. Their ship was like a box. And little Malu saw the men and brought them with her. She took them in and took very good care of them. Because little Malu was so kind to them, now they asked her, "Do you want to learn navigation so that you will be able to go to all the atolls of Marshall Island?" And little Malu said, "Yes, I want to." The man said, "Tomorrow we will go to this huge navigation." One of the men said, "Perhaps it will be better if we do you by hand in the water and teach you in it." When it was noon, low tide, the tower Little Maru beside Parjur, a big rock on Pinglet Reef. It is bigger than ours or a ship. It is there to this day. When they tower, they act where they are, and Little Malu answered them. From those two men, Little Malu was able to identify all the navigation signs of all the atolls and islands in the Marshall Islands. From Little Malu, she taught her son, Wainchin. Today, most of the navigators in the Marshall Islands know the atoll sign by using Wainchin's navigation sign. The sign is called Igrena Wainchin. Unless the sign is called Igrena Wainchin. Unless the story of Chapua. Chapua dance began on Vijay Atoll from a Nongip. Nongip are human noid creatures who are usually benevolent and who figure in many Marshallese folktales. Chapua began in Kabinado, the western Marshall Island area, but now all Marshallese know it, and they learned it before the white man came. The Nongip revealed this dance inside a bowl on Epaju, which I adore. There was a Rikichet, another humanoid creature but little bit bigger than the Nongip. He was very handsome. He did the Chabwa and his Chabwa was much better than the Nongip. When he performed, all the women watching. When he finished his dancing, he dived down inside the bowl and did not reappear. A group of many Nongip killed the Rikichet. He appeared the third day and on the fourth, the Nongip killed him with spear and threw him each body in the sea. The Nongip returned and performed their Shawa to the people many nights. Orenwa from Mujai learned the Shawa while he was sleeping for 3 nights. He woke up on the fourth day and performed his Shawa dance. The people on Ujai were amazed. He performed this dance on a small hill. The charm for a Chabwa dance is all about two huge outrider canoes. The huge canoe for the ice ship. The other one is Charamuch was Charamuchwa Pal. Both are belonging to Nongip Africa. Today, the Chabwa dance cannot be performed at any time. It can be only performed during the high street occasions such as birthday party, dedicating canoes, house or land. Only Ujaido knew this traditional dance. Ligep Atoll. And in the Ligep Atoll, I will talk about history of Ligep, Jogum Tiprum collection, and Ligep Atoll, the first to have fire. So, history of Ligep Atoll. Ligep is the only atoll in the Marshall Islands that does not have a chief and a traditional land-owning structure. It is owned by the descendants of Edward Capelle and Josie Tiprum, two Europeans who launched the cobra industry in the late 1860s and proceed to purchase Ligep from its permanent chief. The islands continue to be run as a plantation, with workers receiving 50% of what they had produced and Capelle and Tiprum family the balance. Ligep has a beautiful lagoon and has historically importance. Tiprum mentions on the main island. The home of Jogum Tiprum was restored by Halili Museum staff during the mid 1980s, at which time many of the black and white photographs that Tiprum took in early 90s were printed and are now used in exhibit at the museum. The Catholic Church present in the Marshall began at Ligab, and the church involvement, particularly in education, continued to have significant impact on the atoll. Today there are 527 people who are now living the Cape Atoll. Total lagoon area is 163.71 square mile with a total land area of 3.96 square mile. Jogum Tiprum collection. The Jogum Tiprum collection of glass plate negative in by far the most historically significant collection of material to be found in the Marshall Islands, and within its periods 1880 to 1930, perhaps anywhere in the Pacific. This collection of material is all the more interesting due to the Broom in heritage and education background. He was a Marshallese Islander of mixed parentage. His mother was an indigenous woman from Atoll. His father, a Portuguese whaler who settled in the Marshall Islands as a trader, developed a close relationship with a German businessman by the name of Atoll. From the information we have, it appears that the Broom received only 4 years of formal education in Jalius, Marshall Islands, and this was a boat builder and general carpentry. However, we do know that the constructs over 100 different vessels on the Cape and built a rather large home with the which he filled with finishing somewhat further area. This home. This home, the Sorghum Broom House is Ligab Atoll is listed on the U.S. National Register of Historical Places. The Tibroom photographs cover the entire historical period, which is considered a period of big cultural change. Ligab Atoll, the first to have fire. Ligab Atoll was the first atoll in the Marshall Islands to have fire. Many people are asking, where did our ancestors get the fire from? The answer for this question comes along with a story of Atoll, who gave fire to the people of Ligab. Atoll is a famous cricket player in the Marshall Islands. One day he went to Ligab Atoll. He met some fishermen visit on the reef at the end of Ligab Atoll. This time, people ate their fish unhooked. Leto asked them to keep in their fishing bowl. None of them did except a young boy. Leto turned this man into a coconut tree, a type of a tree that always grew in the shallow water among rocks. Leto took the bowl from his young boy and started fishing. He caught many fish and shared with the show you how to make a fire and cook food. You will be the first on in Ligab to learn. The next morning, Leto showed his lad how to make a fire. From that time, the people in Ligab Atoll and eventually all the atoll in the Raleigh and Ratchet had fire and knew how to cook their food.